Thinking of moving to Toronto? Before you pack your bags, let's talk about the hidden costs that could drain your wallet. First, let's talk about the hidden cost of home ownership in Toronto, because this first point really deserves its own video. But let's quickly go over all the numbers associated with home ownership first. We all already know that homes are more on the expensive side here in Toronto, with the average price of a home here being over $1 million. But what about the other costs that people aren't thinking about when purchasing a home, like property taxes? See, in Toronto, the average property tax rate is about 0.61%. For $1 million home, that means that you could be looking at around $6,100 a year just for the taxes. Now, don't forget about home insurance. Depending on your property type and location, you might need to pay anywhere from $800 to $2,000 annually. It is essential to protect your investment. How about the utilities? On average, homeowners in Toronto can expect to pay between $200 and even $600 per month on water alone. Never mind other things like gas, electricity, internet. They all really can add up. And if you're considering a condo, be prepared for the monthly maintenance fees, which can range from anywhere to $300 up to $1,000 per month. These fees cover amenities and upkeep of common areas, so make sure to factor that into your budget as well. And then there are closing costs, and in Ontario, these can range from 1.5% to 4% of the purchase price. For a $1 million home, that could mean an additional $50,000 to $40,000. Lastly, it's super important to have a maintenance budget. A good rule of thumb is to budget about 1% of the home's value annually for the maintenance and the keep up of the home. So again, if you have $1 million home, that's about $10,000 a year annually that you want to save for maintenance. This can cover everything from minor repairs to major renovations. And of course, the bigger the renovations, the more money you're going to need to put aside. So as you can see, there is much more than just the price of the home itself. The hidden cost of home ownership in Toronto can really add up, and it's crucial to be prepared for that. By understanding these expenses, you can make a more informed decision. Next, let's dive into transportation expenses in Toronto. That way, you can budget effectively for your new life in Toronto. If you're thinking about using public transportation, Toronto has a robust transit system operated by the Toronto Transit Commission, also known as the TTC. A single adult fare is $3.35. But if you plan to use transit regularly, you want to consider getting a monthly pass, which will cost you about $156. This pass allows unlimited travel on subways, streetcars, and buses, making it a great option for commuters. For students and seniors, there are discount fares available, so be sure to check those out if you qualify. And don't forget about the GO Transit system, which connects Toronto to surrounding areas. If you're commuting from places like Mississauga or Brampton, a monthly GO Pass can range from $200 to $400. This depends on the distance. Now, if you're planning to drive in the city, street parking in downtown Toronto can cost anywhere from $3 to $6 per hour. Finding a spot can be challenging, especially during peak hours. Now, if you're looking for more of a long-term parking situation, monthly parking rates in downtown garages can range from $200 to $400 per month. It's essential to factor this into your budget, especially if you work in the city center. Speaking of driving, let's discuss the costs associated with owning a vehicle in Toronto. First, there is the cost of gas. Gas prices in Toronto hover around 1.5 per liter. Depending on how much you drive, this can add up quite quickly. You'll need to also consider car insurance. It can be quite pricey, with the average annual premiums ranging between $1,500 to $2,500 depending on factors like your driving history and the type of vehicle that you own. It is a good idea to shop around for the best rates and coverage so that way you can have the best rate possible. And don't forget about the maintenance costs of your car as well. Regular maintenance such as oil changes, tire rotations, and unexpected repairs can add up. So you want to put at least $1,000 aside annually just for maintenance. Plus, if you're parking in a garage, you might also need to budget for occasional car washes and detailing. If owning a vehicle seems overwhelming, there are plenty of alternatives for transportation options in Toronto. Biking, for example, is becoming increasingly popular with many bike lanes and rental services like Bike Share Toronto. A monthly membership for bike share costs around $20, and you also have ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft. It's best to use them for occasional trips rather than your primary mode of transportation. For number 3, we have a hidden cost here that is a topic that affects everyone living in Toronto, and that is the cost of groceries and dining out. First, let's talk about groceries. Toronto is known for its diverse food scene, but how do grocery prices stack up against other major cities in Canada and beyond? On average, a single person can expect to spend around $400 per month on the low end, or a little bit more. For comparison, it's slightly higher than cities like Montreal, where the cost can be around $350 per month. However, it's lower than cities like Vancouver, where you're going to spend at least $500 a month or more. Some staple items can give you a clearer picture. So for example, a loaf of bread is going to cost you about $5. A dozen eggs around $4, and a liter of milk is approximately $3.50. Now let's move on to dining out. Toronto boasts a fantastic restaurant scene here, but eating out can be pricey. On average, a meal at a mid-range restaurant can cost you at least $40 per person, not including drinks. If you're looking for a more upscale dining experience, you might look at least $80 per person, not including the drinks. For those who enjoy casual dining, fast food meals typically range between $15 and $20. And don't forget about the tax here. So in Ontario, we have HST, which is 13%, which is added to your bill. It's customary to tip around here. So on average, you're going to tip between 15 to 20% on good service. For more fancier restaurants, you can easily spend $100 or more. Now, if you're looking to save some money on groceries and dining out, here are a few tips. For groceries, consider shopping at discount grocery stores like No Frills or Food Basics here in Toronto. Where you're going to find lower prices and some deals, you want to definitely check out their flyer to see what's on sale. Also, buying in bulk can save you money in the long run. Think getting a Costco membership. When it comes to dining out, look for lunch specials or happy hour deals, which can actually save you a lot of money. Many restaurants do offer promotions on certain days of the week, so keep your eyes on these special restaurants. All right, number 4, let's dive into the exciting world of entertainment in Toronto. Toronto is a hub for live music, theater, and cultural events. However, ticket prices can vary widely. For a major concert, you might pay anywhere from $50 up to $200 or way more, depending on the artist and the venue. For example, a ticket to see a popular band at the Scotia Arena can easily cost more than $150. If you're interested in theater, a show at the Royal Alexandra Theatre or the Prince of Wales Theatre typically range from $60 to $150 per ticket. And don't forget about additional costs like parking or transportation, which can add another easily $20 or $30 for that night. Next, let's explore some of Toronto's top attractions. The CN Tower, one of the city's most iconic landmarks, charges about $43 for adults to access the deck above. If you're visiting with family, this cost can add up quickly. $43 per adult, $30 for children ages 4 to 12. Other attractions like the ROM or the EGO, which is the Art Gallery of Ontario, have admission fees around $23 to $30 per adult. If you plan to visit multiple attractions, consider getting a city pass, which can save you a lot of money when combining admissions. How about recreational activities? Toronto offers a wide range of options from sports to outdoor adventures. If you're a sports fan, catching a Raptors game or the Toronto Blue Jays game can be a thrilling experience. But tickets will range from $30 to $200 depending on the game and the seating, of course. Renting a kayak or paddle boating at the Toronto waterfront parks can cost you about $20 to $40 per hour. And if you're interested in joining a recreational sports league, fees can range from $100 to $300 per season, depending on the sport and the league. But do not worry, Toronto also has plenty of free or low-cost entertainment options as well. Many parks like High Park and Trinity Bellwoods offer beautiful spaces for picnicking, walking, and different outdoor activities. Some of them even have a zoo. Plus, the city hosts so many different free festivals throughout the year, such as the Toronto International Film Festival and various cultural celebrations. And if you're an art lover, many galleries have free admission days, so keep an eye out for those options. As we wrap up our discussion on the hidden costs of living in Toronto, it's clear that while the city offers a vibrant lifestyle and countless opportunities, it's essential to be aware of the expenses that can sneak up on you. Understanding these factors is crucial for anyone who's considering a move to Toronto or even just planning a long-term stay. By being proactive and budgeting for these hidden expenses, you can enjoy all that this incredible city has to offer without breaking the bank. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you're thinking about moving to Toronto, we're here to help. Find all of our contact information down below. Want to explore more videos like this? Then click this one next. And until next time, guys, see you around the city and God bless.